please describe your God to me. That's it.
Exactly. What's the evidence of God in Islam?
Relax.
No, this is very serious.
Why are you so desperate to have a conversation?
I'm not desperate.
Can't you find somebody else? The reason why, again, I refer back to my initial point, is that if you've not accepted the notion of God,
I will never accept God.
I haven't finished my argument.
Okay, yeah, go on.
And if you don't accept, therefore, that miracles arise from God, and now, without the foundational concepts to be able to understand miracles, you wish me to refer to miracles. Is that logical? Prophet of God, who is specifically nurtured to be a guide for humanity, and he's lifted to the seventh heaven, and you're comparing yourself
So he did go to seventh heaven.
you're comparing yourself, who is not a prophet, and who doesn't come with revelation, and asking the question as to why can't I go to the seventh heaven as well, like your prophet did. It's an illogical comparison.
Whatever. I'm going to create this. I'm going to create deserts. Come on. Look, your Quran says...
Sammy, you're making emotional arguments here.
No.
I'm trying to reason with you, with logic,
Please.
and you're going into emotional
You ask
arguments.
a question and then you interrupt me.
Well, it would be nice if you would actually answer the question
I'm
I
trying to
asked
answer
you.
your question. Please, all right? Now, I said, God created all this, all right? I said, how can a God
I didn't
go
bring
out?
God into the... haven't brought God in here at all. I simply asked you, what are the possibilities according to you of how the universe may have come into existence? That's the question. I haven't brought God into the equation at
I
all.
already answered you about 10 minutes ago.
What was that?
I said evolution, I said.
The universe has nothing to do with evolution. The beginning of the universe is physics.
Oh, so you're answering now that universe has nothing to do with evolution.
No, because evolution, as you're referring to evolution, is to do with what? A biological evolution that
How
came
do you know there's
billions
no
of
world
years.
out there? How do you know there are no more something like this alien life? How do you know?
I'm not saying that. I'm not arguing that there is or there isn't.
This is not an argument, it's a discussion.
But how, Sammy, you keep confusing the word argument as in a fight.
Yeah,
I'm not saying an argument is a fight.
It's not a fight.
But in the English language, in the normative sense, when we say that I'm constructing an argument, it's not I'm constructing a fight. It simply means I'm having a conversation with you. It doesn't mean I'm being argumentative. That's a different word.
Okay, answer me then.
So the point I'm trying to make for you is, or asking you the question, that you believe the universe exists, right?
Of course.
Okay. So there are some rational possibilities of how it may have come into existence. Either it has and I'm helping you here because I think you're struggling with the answer. It could have had
I'm not struggling, I'm quite sure about it.
Because you're not talking about the possibilities of how it came into existence.
I said I don't know because our human endeavor
I understand.
and brain power doesn't stretch. I mean, look, 100 years ago, have you been to Houston and seen those rockets, the Saturn rockets?
I haven't been to Houston and seen the
I've
Saturn
been there.
rockets.
Those rockets are massive, and they flew all the way.
But Sami, so can I put it this way? Yeah, you may not know every internal detail in my body, but you still know I exist. So you don't have to have comments on every micro part before which you can comment about the macro part. You might be able to comment on the macro even before you understand the micro.
I wouldn't formulate the argument.
Here is where.
Relax, dude. Relax.
I just want to answer the gentleman, okay?
Yes, please.
No.
Please don't.
All right.
Just talk to me, please.
Are you right-handed?
Yes, I am.
You know this is your thumb, yeah?
Brother, just get my coat out of the
You
bag.
say thank you
I've got
to
my
your
coat in
thumb
the black
every
bag.
morning.
The blue coat in the front pocket.
If I chop your thumb off,
Yeah.
how badly will you miss
The
your
black
thumb?
bag here, brother.
Very much.
Very much.
This one here.
There
Just bring
you
the
are.
bag to me. Just bring
So
the bag
your
to me.
body,
I'll pull it out.
while
It's
you
fine.
don't know it's
Jazakallah
there, if you lose it, like say if I cut a bit of your stomach off, or take your thyroids off, or your eyes off,
Summer weather.
you will miss
British
it.
summer
I
weather.
know, but
Jumper,
when
coat,
we're
everything.
talking
Yeah,
about
subhanallah.
God, we're not talking about a comparable thing here.
Okay.
Because
You see,
God
let me
is the
talk to Abbas. I
God is
don't
the
want to
reason
upset
for
you.
That's why I said to you don't engage.
does
because
Islam provide
because,
any
with
evidence?
Christianity, we're going to get
In Islam,
lost.
is there any
I mean,
evidence for
completely
I
lost.
don't have an
existence of God?
agenda.
Yeah. So he's a Christian.
Well, you are. What's his name?
It's all
Abbas?
about
or-
riddles.
Mr.
riddles.
Abbas.
Abbas.
I can't
Abbas,
deal with riddles.
In Islam,
That's the
is
problem.
there any evidence
Anyway,
for
so
God?
going back to my conversation with you,
You're ignoring
is
me now,
that
Abbas.
I told you from the
I
start.
thought,
I'm going
you're
to.
looking for truth.
I told you from the very start I'm
But
going
I
to
thought
ignore
you're
you.
looking for truth.
But you seem very persistent.
So you don't want
You
to
seem very
pursue
desperate to
truth.
have a conversation
You
with
see,
me.
he doesn't want
Even when
truth.
I've told you that I'm going to ignore you.
So you see,
You're very desperate for a
clearly-
conversation.
So clearly, he can't
So,
pursue
Brother
truth.
Sammy,
We were having a
Brother
discussion.
Sammy.
Yeah.
So I would argue that the universe could have had a material cause of its existence, a step that preceded it that simply was a material cause of some sort. Or it could be immaterial, something outside of science, immaterial, God, a creator, the sustainer, whatever. Do you think there are any other possibilities that could have been the cause of the universe? Or do you think those are two reasonable possibilities?
Me. You're asking me.
Well, I just did, yes.
Well, I already answered. I said, there's no God involvement in this. It's a natural
That's not what I
phenomena.
asked you, Sammy. I asked you,
There you are, you turned
I
around.
said rationally, are there any other
I
possibilities?
already answered. Answer is no.
Okay, so the two rational possibilities, logically, whether you believe in God or don't believe in God is irrelevant at the moment. It's just premises that we're establishing. It could have been a material cause or an immaterial cause. If it is a material cause and it's dependent and contingent on being assembled in a particular way, requiring certain things for it to be the way it is, it requires an explanation. And you cannot have an infinite series of dependent, contingent explanations for any event. The fact that you and I are talking here today, Sammy, means that there could not have been an infinite number of steps that had to be traversed to get to this step. There had to be a finite beginning of some sort for you and I to be even standing here. So therefore, what that points towards is that there has to be by necessity a necessary existence that is not contingent,
Can I
that
come in now?
exists pre and post eternally, for which everything depends upon for its existence.
Okay. Can I come in
Is
now?
there anything faulty in the reasoning that I have applied? That's the
Of course,
question to you.
of course, yes.
Okay, can you please explain to me what
Because
that is?
I'm just taking a snapshot of 1400 years since your Islam started.
Forget
okay?
1400
No,
years.
I'm
We've moved the
saying-
conversation
no,
on.
No. I'm saying, okay? Now, we didn't have 30 years ago the kind of internet we now have. Okay? 100 years ago, we didn't have jumbo jets flying around. So those, if you take, if God created the world and put all the things in there, why didn't, for example, your God, give the Quran to Adam at the beginning and say, get on with it? Didn't. It waited till 1400 years ago before it was revealed to Muhammad.
Those are all false premises that you've used, but I'm going to
Let me finish,
still
because
refer you back to the question I asked you.
I'm trying to answer
Are
it.
there any other logical premises that you could apply to the beginning of the universe? That's the question. Now you've gone 1400 years ago,
No, okay, I can
and now
go
you're talking about the
further.
Quran,
I
and now
can
you're
go
talking about
further, and
Adam.
we can talk about evolution. We can even talk about the dinosaurs. Like if you go to Natural History Museum, you see whole skeletons of dinosaurs. Millions of years ago, before Quran and before Bible and before your, Jewish Talmud and Torah, So religion to a person, all right, you can take me, all right. If I was a person, if I'd fallen into a hole, I would say, please get me out of this hole. Please, God, you will create a God to get you out of that hole.
Sammy.
That's it.
No, Sammy, you're completely off the mark.
No, I'm not.
You are.
You are.
And I could easily deal with everything you've said. But you know
Deal
what?
with it, deal with
I tell
it.
you what, I'm not going to.
Why?
Because I'm going to hold you to the question I asked you.
I've already answered it.
Are
If you don't like the answer,
are
then
there
it's no
any
problem, not
other
mine.
logical premises to the ones that I raised with you? That was the question. I'd like you to deal with that.
That's nothing. I mean, you can use, like I said, I gave you the answer of a man in a hole.
Forget the whole.
How can I forget? That is part of my
Because
answer.
we're not talking about whole.
I'm talking about the
We're
whole.
talking about the creation or the beginning of the universe. And I've given you two logical premises.
Abbas.
And I'm asking you,
Beginning of the
are there
universe.
any other premises?
You were not there. If I ask you a very personal question, do you know your father?
Yes, I know my
Do
father.
you know your father's father?
Yes.
Do you know your grandfather's father?
No.
Thank you. Now, if you are standing, look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 gentlemen there. your father, your grandfather, your grandfather's father. Now, you know those two,
Yes.
and you don't know this gentleman.
But I believe in him, though.
Wait.
Why do I believe in him?
Wait, let me finish.
See, thank you. You've helped my argument.
No.
Why do I believe in my great-great-great-grandfather?
But you don't know him.
But why do I believe in him? Why
you
am I
believe him
convinced that he
because
exists?
you are here.
Exactly.
Yes.
So we know
You see-
things.
Yes.
We know things often by the effects that they raise.
You see, that is the convenient point of selling God and say, look, I'm here. So I must have been
I'm not arguing that.
You know, one person...
I'm not arguing that.
It's not, I told you, it's discussion.
Yeah, but I'm not arguing that.
Sammy, here is where
I'm not discussing.
question
Please
would be-
relax, dude.
a good
Relax.
question would be,
Keep
what
it to
is the
yourself.
evidence
Keep it to
of God in
keep it
Islam?
to yourself.
That could be a good question.
I was accosted by a couple of Muslims, okay? Very nice people came and say, hello sir, good morning to you. Have you thanked your creator this morning? I said, what do you mean, my creator? Yes, your creator. I said, you mean my parents? No, your creator. So I said, I'm sorry, I lost you, Who is your creator? I said, my parents. He said, no, your creator is the God. And he had a little daughter, you see. So I said, this is your daughter? He said, yes. I said, does she look like you or does she look like the creator? You understand? So, it is relevant.
No, it's
Because,
irrelevant.
You see, you can create yourself and say, God created me.
Sammy.
So God must be there.
Sammy, I feel that we're having a discussion that really is, it's not engaging.
Because you wanted to go in your...
No, it's not about me wanting to go anywhere. It's about me simply asking you a concept or applying a deductive argument
discussion.
through reason. Again, you get hung up on this word argument as if it's a fight. It's not a fight. It's a discussion. The words are somewhat synonymous. You do believe that, don't you?
I do, but in this
So
context,
why do you
I've
keep
got to be
bringing
very
up the fact?
careful.
Why are you bothered so much about the word argument? I don't understand. I've explained to you. I've qualified. I'm not meaning a fight, a tussle. I'm referring to it as a discussion. So it'd be nice if we just drop that criticism now and let's move on, right?
To help
now the
Sammy
point
Abbas,
that
why
forget
don't you give
helping
him
Sammy.
evidence
Just
for
help
Islam?
yourself, dude. Help yourself.
Evidence for
Just
God
help
and
yourself.
Islam.
Just help
Really
yourself.
helpful to Sammy.
So the point, Sammy,
So
that
if
I'm,
Abbas-
I already asked Abbas.
Sammy, the point I'm trying to make to you, the point I'm trying to make to you, the point I'm trying to make to you, Sammy, is that the reason why I've gone to the beginning of the universe is because there are logical premises that we can establish despite not being there, despite not knowing exactly what happened because we weren't witnesses. It doesn't mean that we reserve our thinking about how it might have happened. If I see a house and I see the charred remains, I don't stop thinking about how those charred remains may have got there. I can still establish, because of those effects, there must have been heat, intense heat, fire or whatever, and that's why I see the effects of that cause, right? So when I see the universe, I establish for myself that there must have been certain possibilities of how such an event may have arisen. I don't suspend my thinking on the matter. I try to apply those possibilities, and I believe that the only rational conclusion that one can arrive at, if one applies one's reason, is that there has to be a necessary existence for which everything depends upon, and as the explanation for that existence is itself. Basically, it does not fall outside of itself. Otherwise, it becomes dependent, and then requires an explanation, and you cannot have an infinite regress of dependent explanations.
Okay, I'd like to come in there. You say, having seen all these physical evidence, that said there must be something there. Okay, your words. Now, okay, it's your belief, and I'm not going to challenge you there. All I'm asking is, please describe your God to me.
Well, we can get to that.
No, I want you to get to that now.
No, I'll tell you why.
Answer me.
Well,
I'm asking a question.
Sammy, let me explain.
Look, I have a limited
You've asked me a
time.
question. Now you've got to give me an opportunity to answer the question. No, hold on a second.
Okay, answer it.
I've asked you a question. And you've, instead of answering that question, you're now answering me about explaining what my concept
you were
of God
talking,
is.
I listened, and
No.
now it was my turn to ask you a question.
Sammy, I've asked you the same question 5 times.
What is it?
Are there any other rational possibilities of how the universe
I've
came into
answered,
existence?
oh my God's sake, I have said no.
So, okay. So
Let's
it's,
move
so-
on,
so-
okay?
So either there is...
I'm asking you a question
No,
now.
no, hold on.
Wait.
That has implications
Hold
now.
on. I listened to you, now you listen to me. I'm going to ask you a question. You said, okay, all these things, and therefore there must be a creator. Fine. It's your belief. I'm not going to challenge you. All I'm asking is, please describe your God to me. That's it.
Exactly. What's the evidence of God in Islam?
Relax.
No, this is very serious.
Why are you so desperate to have a conversation?
desperate.
Can't you find somebody else? You've come here.
Sammy,
You've come
is
here
asking
like
very
this
genuine-
puppy dog.
Sammy.
Who's lost his owner, and he just clings to him.
That's a nice
Just leave
joke.
me alone, man.
Nice
Please,
joke, you
just
know.
go and bother
Let's go.
somebody else, man.
Sammy,
Please.
is asking a very genuine
You're like a
question.
lost puppy. And then she's a Rottweiler. You know, now you come to bother me. I mean, please, just give me a break, please.
Sammy,
One second. Rottweiler and puppy. Yeah, you know. Yeah. Anyway.
Very genuine.
You know. So
Do
Sammy,
you have any
the
information
point that
about
I'm
the
trying,
God
the point,
you're
the
talking
reason
about?
why, Sammy, the fact that you've said, that there is no other possibility, i.e., material or immaterial, and you've agreed, I presume you've agreed, that you cannot have an infinite series of material explanations, because we seem to be talking 14.6 or 8 billion years later.
I mean, note carefully, you will never answer your question.
Dude, relax,
Because there is
puppy.
no direct
Puppy boy, relax.
interaction
Puppy boy,
with God
relax,
in
puppy boy.
Islam.
Relax,
No
relax.
direct
Relax.
interaction
Okay.
with God in Islam.
No, we like to use our reason.
In Islam,
There's a difference
God
between
is
using
just
your
an
reason and
imaginary
intellect
idea.
and
No one
beating
met
around the
God
bush.
in Islam.
Anyway, relax.
No one did Muhammad
Dude,
meet God in
relax,
Islam?
relax,
No.
relax, relax,
So
dude.
it's a very speculative idea. Therefore,
You don't
answer you.
relax,
Give you
dude. Anyway,
evidence-based
we're having a nice conversation.
I know.
We're having a,
But you're not answering
let,
the question.
let us have a nice
We're a bit
conversation.
bored, you know.
Yeah,
He's trying
if
to
you're
ask
bored,
the same
if you're
question
bored, dude,
multiple
walk away.
times. Did you hear
If
him
you're
ask
bored,
the question?
puppy boy, if you're bored, walk away,
Give
please.
the attributes of
Anyway.
God. He asked multiple times.
Lost puppy,
Where
walk
is
away,
the
please.
answer?
Even he's telling you to be quiet. Even he's saying, look, enough, I've heard enough. Yeah. So the question is that, and the logical conclusion is that there has to be a necessary existence, because things don't come from nothing. There always has to be something.
Yeah.
Okay. So now the issue is, what qualities must this something have that always existed? It has to have immense power, because it brought the universe into existence, and we see immense power in the universe. We see laws of physics, chemistry, biology, by which the universe is governed, so we can infer intelligence. And the fact that the universe came into existence 13.8 billion years ago, it must have made a decision to bring it into existence at a specific point in time. Now, the reason why that must be the case is because if it's simply a material cause without any flourishing, without any decision making or consciousness, then it had the properties to bring this universe into existence pre-eternally, but it chose to do it only 13.8 billion years ago. In other words, every domino that could have fallen from that material cause had an infinite history to have those dominoes fall, including this domino, the universe. But it came 13.8 billion years ago, so it made a decision when to
Abbas
bring it
answering
into
your question,
existence.
Sami. Attributes of God.
Yes,
Is he answering?
right. So now we have intelligence with immense power and consciousness, i.e., decision to do things when that thing wants to do those things. Okay? So now you can ask me, what are the qualities of that God? And I'm happy to answer those qualities.
Okay, my question again is, I didn't ask for all that because those are the
Difficult questions for you to answer.
But
Yes.
my question is very straightforward. I said, describe your God to me.
Exactly.
That's
How
all.
long he's been asking
Describe
that?
your God to me.
With evidence.
Okay,
With
wait,
evidence.
Wait.
Puppy boy,
I haven't finished.
before we
With
describe
evidence.
something, before we describe something,
answer his question.
before we describe something, relax, dude. Relax,
Do
dude.
you have
Relax.
evidence for God?
I know logic is difficult for you to follow.
Via
I
that
know
evidence,
logic. I know logic. I know
details.
logical is difficult for you to follow. But before,
don't you answer?
before I am answering.
Answering is difficult in Islam.
Relax,
Please answer
dude.
him.
Relax. You relax, dude. Relax.
Everyone is relaxed. Just answer
Puppy
him.
boy, relax.
Just answer him. You
I
see,
know, but puppy
talk
boy,
about respect.
how can I
Did I
answer?
call him puppy boy?
How can I answer?
I asked for
because
his
you,
name.
Because you're like a lost
I
puppy.
asked for his name.
Because you're a
and I
clingy,
used his name.
clingy lost
This
puppy.
is what
Right, relax.
respect each other and want to
Before
have a
we
conversation.
relax. Before we describe.
No, I'm trying to.
Don't even bother. Don't even bother.
You know,
Don't, let him just, before we even describe the qualities of something,
Is he going
we
to
need to
destroy
ensure that we accept its existence.
at any stage?
Because let me just hold on. Sammy, I haven't finished.
Okay.
Because me explaining the attributes of something, when you haven't even accepted the concept of its existence in the first place, is irrelevant. Because whatever I describe to you,
Exactly. If you don't do that,
whatever I relax, dude. You're in my ear. Thank you very much. Relax. He's just pointing. He's a
Muslims, so why don't you let others speak? Hey, don't say shut up. Are you Muslim?
I understand.
I'm sorry. I'm
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
He
sorry.
wants you.
Thank
He
you.
wants you to be triggered.
Thank you.
I know.
So
I'm sorry. I
so
said
he's
sorry.
smiling.
I'm just,
So
closing the case.
he feels
So that we
he's
can
got
continue.
something
this is
now.
how
I
Islam
am
closes
okay.
the case. Shut
So
up.
he's like a child, He's like a child who wants attention. Thank you. That's fine. He's like a child.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know
I
about
know,
Speaker's Corner.
brother.
You can speak
He
whenever
wants
you
you
want.
to do this.
Look, in
Because
Islam,
he
you
wants
can make
to-
people shut up.
So you're falling for
In the
his trap.
UK, for
That's why
Speaker's
I'm
Corner, we
ignoring
don't.
him.
Okay.
That's why I'm
Simple.
ignoring
That's the best
him.
thing to
Do you
do.
think
That's the
people
best
should
thing to
shut
do.
I got my first lesson.
Imran,
what you think?
ignore
I was
completely.
trying to ignore.
No,
I got my
Completely
first
ignore.
lesson today. Ignore.
I'd like to hear the evidence.
Just
for it.
relax. Just relax, dude. Relax.
I will speak with you after this, you
Sure.
and me. There will be a condition. If you want to have the conversation with me, I'm going to give you a condition.
No. Excuse me, sir. I'm not waiting for you right now.
Relax.
If you want to have a conversation
Relax.
with me,
You see what you're doing?
You
see what you're doing? Relax.
I'm trying to
If you want
engage
to have
in
a
a conversation.
He wants to just derail my conversation.
No.
That's
I'm
his
engaging
tactic.
right now.
Relax. He just wants to derail my conversation. Now, I have heard. I have heard.
Is that clear to you?
I've heard.
Don't touch me.
I've heard many people. I've heard many people here.
Don't touch me.
Relax, dude. Relax. Relax.
Is that clear to you?
Relax.
Don't touch
Go
me.
and talk to him over there.
Don't talk to him. Stay away. If you're so desperate, stay away.
They just want to derail the conversation. They don't want us to have the conversation.
If you can. Thank you.
The issue here, you see the difference between the Muslims and the Christians.
Is Muslims ask people to
Relax,
shut up?
relax.
They come and
Relax.
physically come and touch.
We do not lose our manners.
I'm trying to speak.
We do not lose our decorum.
Clearly, they don't know what they're
Are you
doing.
going to
here.
shut up?
No.
You're being very
Why should
rude.
I?
You're being very rude.
Are you
being rude. You're being rude.
I've been
You're being
listening
rude.
to you for so long. No,
We
to answer the
do
question.
not lose our decorum
Yeah, absolutely. So,
because we're at Speaker's Corner.
what is the evidence for
We are
God in
Muslims.
Islam?
We have our ideals
Yeah,
and
the
we have our
ideals is
principles.
never answer.
We have our principles.
Never answer.
And we do not resort to bad manners because we're in Speaker's Corner.
Yeah, this is
We don't stop being Muslim.
I'm trying to
You
ask
understand?
a question.
But these Christians,
Sammy has been
what
trying
they
to
say
ask
to
the
us,
same
what they say to us
question. For
is
so
I'm at
long-
Speaker's Corner.
For so long,
So I can hang my
yet you
chuddies,
don't have an
I can hang my
answer.
chuddies outside at the gate,
happening here?
and I can become completely immoral and
hiding your own
unjust.
camera.
We don't do that. We don't do that. So we have to remain without
Go
decorum.
back to my question.
Unfortunately, for some people here, because suddenly they're at Speaker's Corner, they want to stop being Christian. They want to be somehow,
No, we need answers.
we don't need that.
Abbas.
Relax, dude.
Stop your patronizing.
Relax,
Do you have
relax,
answers?
dude. Relax.
Do you have answers?
I'm not having a conversation with you.
I'm trying to speak to
He
you.
doesn't want to speak to you.
And I'm trying to
He doesn't want to speak to you.
That's fine.
He keeps showing you the hand.
So you don't have.
Like you know when you tell a dog to sit, he keeps doing that to you.
You don't. No. You don't
is a part.
He keeps telling you to sit.
Clearly, you don't have a clue
I
about
mean, he has nothing
Anyway,
to offer.
That's fine.
So as I was explaining to you,
got
as I was
evidence?
explaining to
Really?
you, as I was explaining to you,
Okay.
Share,
Go,
yeah, please
go
share.
there.
as I was explaining to you,
Okay, sorry.
as I was explaining, as I was explaining to you,
Excuse me.
Step out.
Do this to someone else.
as I was,
Stay away, please.
just completely ignore him.
Thank you.
Brother, just completely ignore him. I am, for the most part, even though he's heckling right in my ear,
He was there.
he's actually heckling in my ear, right? Okay. The attributes of the Creator only come after the acceptance of the Creator. And the reason for that is because if you do not believe in a Creator, it doesn't matter what attributes I relay to you. Your foundational premises are that it's all false anyway, and you don't accept it. So that's why I'd like you to please stick to what I've asked you, that the argument, the deductive argument and premises that I've used, are they reasonable?
Well, the deductive things are there. Anybody can see a tree growing, whatever, water, whatever, that you talk about. But my question was very straightforward. You see, and you answered it by saying, to believe or to see God, I have to first believe in something that I can't believe in or can't see. And my question is,
That's not the example I used.
No, for the third time I'm asking you, very straightforward. Please describe your God.
Irrelevant
to me.
question. It's an irrelevant question.
Why is it
Why
irrelevant?
can't you do
I'll
that?
explain
He's
to you.
clearly in search of God. He would accept
I'll
God if
explain
you
to you.
give
Why
the
is
evidence.
it-
I'll explain
In
to you.
Islam, is there
I'll
evidence?
explain to you why that's irrelevant.
I wonder.
I'll explain. No, please.
Let me put the question.
You
a bit-
just did.
Let me put the question in a different way, okay? I was in Jordan, in Amman, in the Middle East, a few years ago. And the people in the restaurant were very glad I was there, and they were showing me Jerusalem, the Dome of Rocks. And they said the Prophet ascended from there to seventh heaven and met Allah, you see. So I didn't know enough about Islam then. I said, oh, that's fantastic. Then I said, but your Prophet, is he divine, spiritual, angelic, or is he a normal human being? Like, did he go to sleep? Did he have to eat? He said, oh, no, he was a normal human being. So I said, and he went from Jerusalem all the way to seventh heaven? Yes. I said, that's even fantastic. It's wonderful. Then I said to myself, maybe I'd like to go to seventh heaven from Jerusalem. I said, can I do that, He said, you can't. I said, but I'm a human being. Why can't I go up there? So he said, but you're not divine. I said, I just asked you if your prophet was a human being.
People's false arguments.
Let me finish. So, the thing is that my next question was, when Prophet Muhammad went to the seventh heaven, and was it a dream, or did he actually meet up with Allah, and therefore he must have a vision of what he looked like?
Sammy, I don't want to be
That's my
disrespectful. I don't want to
question.
be disrespectful.
That's a question.
I don't want to be disrespectful to
You're
you.
asking too much now.
But
You're asking too much. He doesn't have answers.
this is utter, the questioning that you're applying. The reason why, again, I refer back to my initial point, is that if you've not accepted the notion of God,
I will never accept God.
I haven't finished my argument.
Okay, yeah, go on.
And if you don't accept, therefore, that miracles arise from God, and now, without the foundational concepts to be able to understand miracles, you wish me to refer to miracles. Is that logical?
I understand you. I understand what you just said.
Sammy, I think we're going to end the conversation here. I'll tell you why.
No.
I'll tell you why.
No.
Because I think you're being disingenuous.
No. I'm not.
I think you're intelligent. I think you're intelligent enough to know why I'm asking you.
No,
and I think you're being
a very
disingenuous.
intelligent and very straightforward question. Any Muslim should be able to answer. I mean, okay, Abbas, you're talking to me.
Can you understand
And I want
miracles
you-
without God?
No.
Can you understand miracles without God?
That's crucial. You're talking maybe to the wrong person because I don't believe in
Exactly.
God. Okay?
That's
So
my
you
point.
know-
That's my point to
No,
you.
but you cannot create something and then create miracles out of something.
I'm not doing that, Sammy.
That's what you're doing.
No, I'm not, Sammy.
Okay, tell me what you're doing.
Because I've given you rational
you're
arguments.
not giving me.
Please bear with me, I haven't finished.
Okay.
Deductive premises
Okay.
that lead to a logical conclusion
There's nothing
of
logical
a necessary existence. Okay, that's fine. If you don't think it's logical, please inform me where it's illogical. please, go ahead.
For a start, all
Go
right,
ahead. Go ahead.
you can't describe your God to me.
No. Deal with the premises.
No. This is
The premises. Why are they illogical?
No, this is my answer. All right. Your prophet apparently met God.
You're not dealing with the premises.
You're
What do you mean?
avoiding.
You're avoiding the premises.
They only want you to speak in the way they want you to
Yeah,
speak.
of course.
You ask for the attributes of
Christian
God
helping
many,
hand.
many times.
Now he's got
He
the
can't
upper
give you
hand.
any evidence.
No, I'll tell you why he hasn't.
He should be
Because
able
you know,
to. No,
why,
if you
you know,
ask a
I'll tell
Christian,
you why he hasn't.
I would give you
Because
information.
I want
of the
to ask you
attributes of God.
questions.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
I want to ask you
We'll
questions
find out, yeah.
Find out.
that conform to logic and reason rather than emotional. Your prophet, hold on a second, Sammy. Your prophet went up from Jerusalem.
Not my prophet, your prophet.
I'm referring to your question.
Okay.
And how can you establish that? Or how can you even believe in that? Or you made this false comparison of just because he was human, this is a fallacious argument, and I am human, therefore I should be able to do what your prophet did. It's fallacious because it's a false comparison. He's a prophet of God.
You're not.
He's a prophet of God who is specifically nurtured to be a guide for humanity, and he's lifted to the seventh heaven, and you're comparing yourself
So he did go to heaven.
you're comparing yourself, who is not a prophet, and who doesn't come with revelation, and asking the question as to why can't I go to the seventh heaven as well, like your prophet did.
Answer
It's
your
an illogical comparison.
No answer for you.
It's an illogical
And you will
comparison.
never be able
so
to answer.
it's not about
Because
Sammy,
in
it's
Islam-
not about trapping you or about guiding you or herding you to a particular argument. What I'm trying to do is, rather than have the emotional argument of subjective reasoning based upon nurture and nature and our own biases, I'm trying to refer to premises that are based upon logic of how the universe came into existence and what the logical, deductive, those premises result to in terms of conclusion. Necessary existence, intelligence, power, deciding to bring things into existence when it decides to bring them into existence. These are logical premises. Now, all I'm asking you to do, Sammy, rather than referring to prophet going to the heavens, or you went to Jordan and you had a nice falafel or whatever you might have had there, I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in is you referring to my premises as to why they're illogical and giving me your logic or your reasoning to counter my argument.
Okay.
Specifically.
I will come in there. I'm not interested in your premises, all right? I just want you to give
So
me
we're
a
having
straight
two
answer.
separate questions.
Just give me a straight answer.
Of a
all
dialogue.
right?
He
My
comes in-
experience of Jordan and Amman was real. I was in a Muslim country. I was there as a visitor, and they were very nice to me in the restaurant.
Subjective. It's all subjective.
One can be objective.
No, it's all subjective.
All right, even subjective, all right? There is a building called the Dome of the Rock.
Yes.
Okay? And for a long time,
Yes.
that was the first temple for Muslims. For
First
18
Qibla,
months,
first
Muslims
Qibla.
were facing Jerusalem and praying.
Facing, that's
Yeah.
right, yes.
And even the night journey from Medina
Yes.
was not from Mecca, but Medina to
Yes.
Jerusalem. Okay?
No, Mecca, from the Kaaba.
What year was that?
It was very early on. It was the year of sorrow, I believe. So it was the death of Khadija radiallahu anha. It was the same year. And his uncle Abu Talib died. And it was the year of sorrow. It was at the time of Mecca, and he was taken from the outskirts of the Kaaba, near the Kaaba,
All right.
and he was taken from there, not Medina.
Okay, doesn't matter. Now, so from there, when you said it's not peculiar, for me, so much of your belief system is based around, for example, when you went up,
Guys, just ignore him. Honest, I don't know why you bother. I'm able to ignore him.
This is my card. My
I'm able to
email is
ignore
there.
him.
You can ask me the same questions
Yeah.
and try to answer.
Oh, yeah, he
Attributes
will,
of
yeah.
God, How do I come to the conclusion? He will never.
You think my conversation was confusing? Have a chat with him for 5 minutes. It won't take more than 5
one
minutes.
answer.
You know your white hair. You know your white hair.
Your show is really
You're going
nice,
to need
but why did you
regain
give him a nice
afterwards because you're going to go
answer?
bald as well.
You could have answered in 5 times. 50
Subhanallah.
times. Never
Honestly.
did. Why not?
Oh boy. Oh
I will
boy.
never be, I'll never be your enemy, never.
I'm not your enemy either.
I could be your
He's
friend,
only my enemy.
but
in
we
his
never
mind.
will agree.
I'm not your enemy.
with the things
But you
that
know,
we believe.
you call me a
okay?
dog, you call me this.
I'll never agree to the things you
Is
believe.
that-
That's
I
fine.
call you a puppy.
Is a respectable.
I call you a puppy. I didn't call you a
Did I
dog.
call him- did I
Yeah,
call him-
puppy's more
I
suitable.
call you a puppy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said he
Puppy
just
is not a puppy.
Puppy is not disrespectful.
Oh, I
Abbas,
see,
Abbas,
okay.
listen.
Abbas.
I call you a
Abbas.
lost puppy.
Abbas.
Okay.
Very simply.
Can I ask you a
you
question?
don't have
Slightly
access.
away, moving away.
Jesus
Sammy-
called and called you a dog. It's not
Sammy-
according to you
Sammy
anyway.
came for answers.
Yeah, Gentile.
Simply could not give the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
This is the problem.
According to you, Jesus has already called you a dog anyway, even though we don't accept him.
According to Jesus, you are a dog.
have this conversation when we were
Why can't
Sammy,
why
please.
can't
Yeah, if you end up
Let Sammy talk. You're interrupting Sammy.
I know, but why can't you
Have
give
some
him his
respect.
answers?
He's about 2 years
No,
older
he
than you. Have
asked-
some respect.
Okay, but he asked questions, you never answered. You're mocking him now.
He's about 2
What's
years
going
older
on?
than you. Have some
Oh,
respect.
sure.
See, I have a fairly open mind. I go into synagogues. I do what's called comparative studying of religions, whether it's Zoroastrianism or Mandaeans or Chaldeans, Sabians, and history of religion. See, can I ask you about religion and the history of Islam? Okay? Is that okay?
He doesn't deal with this.
Sammy,
No evidence.
Sammy,
no
I have no issue having that discussion.
No, I ask your
Let me just,
permission.
please, let me just answer that. I have no issue. Stay away. Stay away. Brother, don't touch it.
Touch me one more
Don't
time.
touch it.
No, I was just curious. What's your name?
If you don't mind, that umbrella is actually dropping water on me.
Sorry.
So if you don't mind, sorry. I'm getting a shower here. Ghusl at Speaker's Corner. Brother, the issue about history,
Excuse me.
brother, don't go near him, please. No, brother,
standing. No,
brother,
stay away.
brother,
Stay away.
brother,
Stay away.
brother, listen.
Stay away.
Just relax.
Stay away. Please. Thank you very much. Please stay away from me. You think it's an Islamic touch? Don't do it. Islam is already in trouble
We
because
have,
of this.
alhamdulillah, a teaching.
Alhamdulillah, please stay away. Thank
We
you.
do not lose our decorum, and we do not lose our respect, regardless of.
Don't come pushing me.
Regardless of the. Regardless of the.
I have every
manners,
right to stand here. Please
regardless
stay
of-
away. Regardless of the fact that he didn't answer.
No, we're not
Don't
talking
push
to
me.
We're talking to
Why
him.
would Muslims always
We're
try
ignoring
this?
him.
Come
Please
pushing me. Come
No, don't go near him.
disturb you, brother.
Him to disturb, I don't mind.
Okay, ignore him
He's
then.
only disturbing himself.
Okay, do not answer.
So the point, brother, relax. I am
You
ignoring
can't
him.
think. Maybe
I am
Siraj
ignoring
could
him.
help
Okay,
you.
okay.
Maybe Siraj could help you.
the point
He
is,
thinks he knows better
the
than
point,
you.
Siraj, I'm quite able to handle.
But he thinks he's your manager
Leave it.
here.
Please,
I
you not
can't
respond to
believe
him.
Brother, don't tell me what to do. I know
No,
what to
he
do.
knows
and I'm
better,
not
Siraj.
talking
You
to
know
him.
better, yeah?
He knows better as well, so
Anyway.
you keep shut. So you keep quiet.
So
He's
please,
advising.
please.
He's
You're being a
advising.
kid now,
Okay,
you know that.
see,
You're just being a child.
brother, everybody ignore him, please.
That's what you're doing.
Please, for Allah's sake, just ignore him. You see, I'm talking about where the car came from. You're talking about the color of the interior. If you don't believe the car exists, what's the point of talking about the color of the interior of the car? You're saying the carpets are purple, I don't like purple. I'm saying to you, but you don't even accept that the car exists. So yes, you can, but I'm just trying to please elaborate. So for a meaningful discussion, we need to first establish, are there good reasons to believe in this concept of a creator? Because if you reject that, then talking about the color of the interior of the car or the shape of the wheels or the alloys, what they look like, is irrelevant. Because all of that is reliant upon the car existing first.
Let me come in, Abbas. If it's the creator, and I used the word Abrahamic earlier on, okay? If you connect the Abrahamics, the Judaism, the Christianity, they all worship the same one God, okay? So
We don't
why-
believe that.
Why? Let me finish.
No, we Christians have evidence. Islam doesn't have evidence. So
Again,
I
look
don't know
at
why
that. Look at
you
that.
lack
this is
manners.
very
We have no
important.
manners.
Evidence is very
Yeah, but he's a
important.
Christian.
I know.
Yeah.
No,
Not if
he
you're a
doesn't.
Not if you're a practicing
No,
Christian.
Muslims.
Because that shows that you have good
No,
decorum
Muslims
and respect.
No, Sammy, this is
Okay,
the
so
problem.
being a Christian
Muslims
doesn't matter.
arguments
Look, another
Speaker's
source.
Corner matters more than being Christian. That's what it matters.
Criticize.
That's
Like
what it means.
So-
That's exactly what it means.
If he was a
Of course. I have to behave like a
If
Muslim
two
even if I'm
people
at
have to
Speaker's
critically
Corner,
evaluate
which
me
means
at
to
the
have
same
decorum
time,
and respect.
I can deal with both.
Anyway,
No problem.
Sammy, please go ahead.
Christians, well versed.
Please, I'm sorry that you got interrupted again.
The gentleman.
I'm sorry that you got interrupted again,
The
rudely
gentleman
interrupted.
is simply
Please, Sammy.
called-
Please,
you
Sammy.
asked for attributes of God. You asked for that.
Please, Sammy.
He couldn't answer so
Please,
far.
Sammy, answer the question because you don't follow the logic. That's why you don't have
you
logic.
didn't answer him.
Okay. I'm glad you used the attribute of car, right? The logic of a car.
Yes.
I want to talk about the components that go to make the car. All right? Please be patient to what I'm going to say. Let's stick to Islam, all right? You got the component of the book, which is the Quran, the hadiths, which are the words of your Prophet,
Yes.
and together they make up the Sunnah, okay?
Yes.
Then all three make up the Sharia, true?
Yes.
Okay, so far so good.
The Quran, the Hadith,
So far so good.
as well.
Now,
in Ijma, consensus, yes, of
the
scholars.
Quran, I was listening to the gentleman earlier on, was, came out at what, 610 AD? When
Yes.
Muhammad was 40 years old at
Yes.
Mount Hira?
Yes.
If Muhammad lived and so on, he
Okay,
hasn't given
alright.
evidence for any of that.
And then,
No.
for the next 32 years,
23.
23 years, 632, when he stopped, 633 he died, yeah? 23 years, Angel Jibril brought, messages, and then they were scribed down, okay? On the original Quran, which were on stones, pieces of bone, wood, parchment, piece of leather, yeah? That is the original Quran, yeah?
No.
That's
No.
not true.
You missed something very important.
Okay, all right. Let me just finish the
No, but
trail.
let's
Let
be
me-
accurate. Let's
Then
be
you can
accurate.
correct me later, okay? Now, so 23 years, okay? In there, the revelations I'm told, one of them is that Allah actually told Prophet Muhammad, you desire women. Why are you stopping your desire?
Where did he
Please
say
go
It
ahead.
doesn't say that.
Wait.
It
Where
doesn't
did he say
no,
that?
it doesn't say
Wait.
that. Relax.
Where did he say that?
Sabr.
Yeah.
Don't be saying
It doesn't
things
say
like
that. It doesn't say that.
Okay, cool.
No.
It doesn't say that.
So I can't quote verbatim.
Well, it's
Remember-
better that you do because otherwise you're misquoting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But my question is, how many wives? And he married Khadija, and then I heard he had Aisha, his favorite wife, and then about 10 more. You tell me how many more.
us reference.
Okay, is that wrong?
No, I'm asking you. Is that right?
No, but is that wrong?
No, is that right?
No.
He won't answer again.
you-
he simply
you-
won't answer again. Watch him carefully.
You've raised
He simply won't.
you've raised the point. Even though I've allowed you to actually diverge from the initial question
I
because
told
which you
I'm
didn't
going to
answer,
diverge. I'm going
which
to
you
talk
didn't
about
answer.
the car and all that.
No. But your components of the car,
has to exist, right,
exactly,
before you talk about the car.
exactly. That's the point. So let me ask. So let me ask you a question then.
No, let me finish my question.
You did. You said.
No,
You said. Is it
I haven't-
correct?
I haven't finished it.
You said. Is it correct?
I haven't finished
No.
it.
You
Yeah.
did. You said. Is it correct?
No.
That's a question.
Muhammad's wife.
You said. Is it correct?
Yeah, and you
Sammy.
said, is it right? Something says right.
I said. Is it wrong? You asked me. Is it right? So let me answer the question.
Let me finish the question.
Okay.
Then you can answer. Okay? I understand one of the wives was only 6 years old,
Son.
and he was 50 years old. Is that true? Now you can answer.
Okay. So you've asked me a question that he had multiple wives, and one of his wives, when she was betrothed, was 6 years old, and when the marriage was consummated at 9, which you've missed out because of course 6 is much lower, it sounds worse, so you decided to stop it there. But obviously the issue is that she was at 9 years old, reached maturity, pubescent, and then the marriage was consummated, as was with your forefathers and my forefathers. But that's another. That's another.
Your forefathers married 6-year-old babies. I can't believe this.
In India,
Don't insult.
in
India,
India,
6-year-old babies.
in India,
Wait, what
in
is
this
this
country, in this country,
This is
all over the world.
This
But
is
let's
what they've
let's not
been
let's
saying.
not let's not
Believe it.
let's not go down
They've
that
been
let's
lying
not
this
go down
for
that
a
rabbit hole.
long
Now,
time.
the point is,
Okay.
the point is,
I'd like for
the
us
point
to have
is,
an online debate on
the
that.
point is, the point is.
Online.
In face.
No,
But the point
online
is,
debate, let's do
Imran,
that.
just ignore him, please. Just ignore him.
he is going
Just
to
ignore
suggest
him.
that
Just ignore him.
people got
We're going to
married
have
to
our
6-year-old
conversation.
babies.
We're going to have our conversation.
I can't believe
Yeah,
it.
he can't read. He
I
can't
can't
read.
believe this.
He can't read. He won't read. He can't read. Now the point is that you said, "Is it right?"
No, I said, is it true?
No, you said right.
Okay.
First you said right.
Okay.
Right. Who decides what's right or wrong?
We'll move on to
You decide.
No.
Who
You are the
decides?
follower.
Who decides?
You are the follower of Islam. You decide.
No. Who decides?
You see, if your own leader
Who decides?
does something that you don't agree with,
Who decides?
who decides? The people.
Morality. Who decides morality, whether it's right or wrong?
The people.
No.
I have morals.
No.
I have morals.
No.
I think for myself.
No.
So what? Somebody decides for me? That's why we have brains.
I asked you because you're asking me within the Islamic context
Yeah.
of morality,
Yeah.
of right and wrong,
I think we got to stop. This
of right and wrong. Yes.
yeah.
So I asked you the question:
Abbas,
Who
you're
decides?
getting wet now.
Actually, you have your umbrella and give me my umbrella. Where's my umbrella?
Your umbrella is above you.
Right, let me.
No, it's okay.
That's not my one.
It's alright, you're okay. You're under
Okay.
the umbrella.
My question to you, Sammy, is the question you've raised is whether it's right, moral or immoral. Right. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Because you might leave as well.
Okay. Okay. Anis knows where my umbrella is. Anis, where's my umbrella?
I'm going to leave in 2 minutes.
That's fine.
My
So,
jacket
so
is
the
wet.
so the issue is who decides whether something is right or wrong?
Are you here?
Morality
Are
for
you here every Sunday?
Go on.
yes. I'll hold it. I'll hold it. It's better for me to hold it.
Cool.
Okay. So the decision of whether something just take that away from me. The decision of whether something is moral or immoral, from a theistic point of view, the anchor of all reality of what is good or bad comes from the Creator. And so,
But you just couldn't
hold on a
describe the
second. I haven't
creator
finished
to
my
me.
point. I haven't finished my point, Sammy.
Yeah, I'm interjecting a question.
Well, you
couldn't
shouldn't
even
because
describe
you
the
don't like
creator
you
to
don't
me.
like it when I do it to you.
No.
So the point is, Sammy,
Yeah,
since morality from a theistic point of view
Yeah.
is based upon coming from God Almighty, originating from God Almighty, we need to first establish whether there are good reasons to believe in that Creator. And so that's why, Sammy, that's why,
You
Sammy,
can, even
that's
as
why-
someone who is atheistic,
that's why, Sammy,
comment
I asked
on the
you, that's
moral
why I
standing
asked
of
you,
someone
Sammy,
else.
that's why I
Even before you
suggested,
believe in
that's
God.
why I suggested
Just as a way of
that we establish whether there are good reasons to believe in
Just as a
God
way of saying,
and whether there are good
this
reasons to believe in His
idea is
revelation.
subhuman.
Because if those two premises, the foundations, are proven beyond reasonable doubt, then the anchor of morality can only be from that being, not from your subjective analysis based upon nurture and nature, or mine or anybody else's
Is
for that
that why
matter.
there's so much problems in Islamic world today?
This is the problem.
Alhamdulillah.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah. There are no problems the way that you would like to
Plenty of
describe them
problems.
or see them. Or see
There are
them.
plenty of
You see,
problems
Sammy,
across the Arabian
again,
Peninsula.
Sammy, what you've just done,
Even when
again,
before
what you've just
Qatar
done
World Cup
is
football,
use an emotional argument against logical premises that I've
You haven't
applied.
answered my question.
I just
Yeah,
did.
you had valid questions.
I just did.
Whose moral are you following? You didn't describe. You can't
What did I
describe
just
your
tell?
God to me.
What did I just say to you about whose morals we're following?
Yeah, that's right. But there's
Whose?
in my opinion,
No, whose?
There's no God there.
Who did I say that we're following? Whose morals did I say?
It's unseen God.
Unseen God. So I did answer the question.
Yeah, but
Right.
for me, it's irrelevant because I don't believe
That doesn't
in
mean I
this
didn't answer
unseen
the
God.
question.
Eh?
That doesn't mean I didn't answer the question.
Yeah, but the question is
You asked me
meaningless.
whose morals
The
you
answer
follow.
is meaningless to me.
Right, but
That's the problem.
That's precisely why I said to you
Sammy, do you
that
understand why
unless
the
we
conversation
establish good reasons to either accept or deny the existence of God, then these questions are
I'm going
irrelevant.
to stop now because of the rain.
Anyway,
And I'll pass.
we're
by
here every
saying
Sunday.
I don't
Or
believe.
not every Sunday,
I don't
actually, every
believe
4 or
in
5
God,
weeks.
But it was a pleasure. And like I said, I hold no animosity towards you.
I don't hold any animosity towards you as well, Sammy.
so
But all I'm
plenty-
going to say to you, Sammy, is it's better to deal with logical premises.
I'm going to-
Otherwise, we simply end up making emotional arguments.
No, I'm going to read more.
Yeah.
I'm going to go and read some more.
Take
Make
our
notes.
card. Take our card.
No, I'm going to make.
We
notes.
can have a private discussion if you wish.
No.
away
I'd
from
like
the
it- I'd
cameras.
like to be public because
I think it should be public as well.
I came here on a
You're
different
welcome to
issue.
come on one of our streams. We do it we have one stream every week.
Do you have like a seminar in a mosque or something?
No, we don't do a seminar in the mosque, but we do have live streams.
Do you do debates?
You're more than welcome to come
formal
on.
debates, Abbas?
We do. I don't do formal debates.
Time discussions.
I don't do formal debates. No,
Time discussions.
I don't do formal debates.
Because the thing is, he was standing in a public place and you did not answer his questions.
According to you. According to you.
No, according to Sammy, did
No,
you try to answer
according
your
to you.
questions?
According to you.
Well, you didn't answer my question.
That's the
Okay.
frank
Which
reality.
all right. Which question did I not answer?
Attributes of God.
Hold on.
Attributes
Which
of
question did I
God.
not answer?
Attributes of God.
Hold on. Which question did I not answer?
Attributes of God.
Description of God.
Description of
And
God.
what did I say to you? What did I say to you is more fundamentally
He
important
gave a reason.
than that.
He gave a reason for why he was not
What did I say
answering,
more
but he still
fundamental?
didn't answer.
You gave a reason for why you want to believe, but you
that's
didn't
nice.
give an
Thank you.
answer to. All you want to
I
I
gave you, I think, a very logical premises that you cannot.
If you do an exam, you won't get any marks.
Exactly. He
Well-
did not answer the question at hand.
Yeah.
You didn't
It's
answer
as
the
simple
question.
as that.
According to you,
You
Sammy.
beat around.
According
you
to
knocked
me
on the door,
also.
but you-
I think I've been very direct with you.
Abbas, according to me
I think I've been
also.
very direct. Oh, according to you. Well, then
Also,
it must be true
also,
then.
also,
according to you, it must be true.
Two witnesses.
According to you, it must be
Hey,
true.
hey,
Well,
please
you're
don't
coming in front of my umbrella. Don't come in my umbrella.
Imran is
That's
watching.
fine.
Imran is watching. Imran is watching.
Abbas.
You're doing it deliberately, Abbas.
No, I'm not.
I've been
No,
trying.
Give me some credit, because all the questions I asked you.
Okay, now Abbas. He won't. Look at this.
Sensible
He
question.
wants to claim that
Anyway,
Muslims are
Sammy, it was
good.
really nice to speak to you.
He wants to claim that
Whoa,
Muslims
what
are
a
good.
downpour.
It's really surprising,